All right, hello third grade. Today we're going to be going over our lesson 19. We're going to be going over our arrays, but dividing our arrays in two and using division to find the answer and not multiplication. So here we're solving for 36 divided by 3. So 36 is our total, and we're seeing how many times we can count by threes, skip count by threes to get to 36. Now we could skip count, but maybe we're not ready for that, so we're going to draw it out. So we know we have 3 rows and a 36 total. So we drew the line right here. So this is our first array. We have a total of 30. We have 3 in each row, and we want to solve how many rows. So that's what we're going to solve. We're going to count to see how many rows we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another way we could also do this is skip count by threes and see how many times we skip count by threes till we get to 30. So it'd go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. And I used 10 fingers, so my answer would be 10. And that's just a smaller array, and counting by 10s and 3s is pretty easy, so that's why we divided it up right at 30. So now we're going down to here because we have 6 left because they divided our 36, 30 and 6. So now we have our total of 6 and 3 in each row. How many rows? 1, 2. We can also do this again by counting by threes till we get to 6. 3, 6, and I use 2 fingers, so my answer is 2. So now down here, this is my total array. This is my first array, the shaded array, plus my second shaded array to give us the answer. So we figured out 30 divided by 3 is 10, and I'm drawing an arrow to show that my answer is going down. 6 divided by 3, that answer was 2. 10 plus 2 gives me 12. So now I know 36 divided by 3 gives me 12. And remember, we can check our answer by counting on our fingers all the way to 12 and see if that's what we get to 36. So let's skip count by threes to 12. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36. So I went up 12 fingers and I made it to 36. So 36 divided by 3 is 12. So we're going to do one more example together. So I have a total of 25 divided by 5. So remember, I have a total 25, and I have my 5 rows. 5 in each row. How many total rows? So over here, I have divided it up right here. So this is my first array. This is my second array. Now right here, I have a total of 20 divided by 5. How many times do I have to count by 5 to get to 20? 5, 10, 15, 20. So that's 4 fingers, and it's also 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. Now I'm going over here. I have how many times? 5 divided by 5. How many times do I have to count by 5 to get to 5? 5. Just one time, and we have 1 row. So now we're going to go down here and solve it. 25 divided by 5. 20 divided by 5 is 4. 5 divided by 5 is 1, 4, and remember my addition sign also goes down as well. 4 plus 1 is 5. All right, so let's do the final one. Let's do C together, but we're not going to do D today. So I have my total of 28 divided by 4. So remember, I'm solving for my unknown. I know the total, and I know how many rows, how many are in each row, but I don't know how many rows I have. So that's what we're solving for. So we divided it up right here into 20, which ends in a 0, so it's easier. Divided by 4. How many times do I have to count by 4 till I get to 20? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. And I can also count how many rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I wrote 16. It was 5 fingers. Let's try that one more time. I'm sorry about that. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So 5 fingers. 20 divided by 4 is 5, and we have our 5 rows. So now we're going over here. Now we know what's missing. Our total is missing, because remember, our first number is always our total. So now we need to count the total. If I have 2 rows and 4 in each, 2 times 4 gives me 8. So now I need to solve 8 divided by 4. How many times, counting by 4s, till I get to 8? 4, 8. So it's 2. And I have 1, 2, 2 rows. So now we're going to go down here, because I'm taking, this is my total, 28 divided by 4, and I broke it up into 20 divided by 4 plus 8 divided by 4. So I just took this one, and I made 2. So I know the total here. I'm going to take my 8. So 20 divided by 4 is 5, plus 8 divided by 4 is 2, and my plus goes down 2, and that gives me a total of 7. So 28 divided by 4 is 7, and we can check our answer by counting by 4s to our 7th finger. So let's try that. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. It's always good to make sure that we are double checking our answer. So now we're just going to go over this one right here. We're just going to match the equal expressions. So this is kind of what we did with our multiplication, but now we're doing it with the division. So we're taking these and seeing which ones it match. So remember, our first 2 numbers are the parts that we need to add together. So we need to add 30 plus 6 equals 36, and this stays the same, divided by 3. So a new problem for this could be 36 divided by 3. And then once we find it up here, we just make a line to connect them. So it's just like when we were here and we had 36 divided by 3. We took our total, 30 divided by 3, and we broke up our 36 into 2 numbers. And our 6 divided by 3. But notice how our divided by 3 stays the same in every problem. So let's go to our next one. We have 30 divided by 3 plus 9 divided by 3. So remember, we want to take these two, our 30 and our 9, add them together, gives us 39 divided by 3. So we would just connect it to what matches. So these give us the same answers. But this one's just divided into 2 problems. It's kind of like when we did our number bond. So the 39 was up here, and 30 is a part of that, and so is 9. So that it helps make it easier. We can break apart and break down our multiplication and division problems. So now I have our 20 and our 6 that we need to add together. 20 plus 6 is 26. Divided by 2 stays the same. So we're looking for 26 divided by 2. And then we just connect it. And then this is our last one for today. Our 20 and our 4 added together. 20 plus 4 equals 24. And then our divided by 2 stays the same. So we're looking for 24 divided by 2. And we're just going to draw our line. And that is it for today. So check Edmodo for your homework and math day, and have a good rest of your